Hi, everyone. Welcome to Unlock Your Potential podcast. I'm Matt Faupel, founder of Faupel X, and this show is all about helping commercial real estate leaders like you execute at the highest level. If you're here, you're serious about growing as a property leader, and honestly, that's exactly the type of person I want to connect with. We're going to talk about real frameworks, practical systems, and strategies that actually move the needle, not theoretical stuff, things that work. Now, today I want to look ahead with you because here's the thing. By 2030, commercial real estate is going to look completely different than it does today. The way we operate properties, the way we generate revenue, even the way we think about what a building actually is all changing. So the big question is, are you getting ready for it now, or are you going to be scrambling to catch up later? Let's dive in. All right, let's start with something that's already happening but is about to explode: AI and property operations. By 2030, we're not going to be playing defense anymore. We're not going to be reactive. We're going to be predictive. Picture this: smart sensors throughout your building that can tell you 3 weeks before your chiller is going to fail. Energy systems that automatically optimize themselves throughout the day based on tenant work orders. AI that can generate your monthly reports and annual budgets in literally seconds. Now, I want you to take a moment to think back. Remember the last time a major system went down unexpectedly in one of your properties? Maybe it was a chiller in the middle of July, or a boiler in January, or a roof leak during a storm. Think about what that situation cost you, and not just in money, but in tenant relationships, your team's time, and stress for everyone involved. Now imagine if you would have had 3 weeks notice. Imagine if you could have scheduled that repair during off hours, communicated proactively with tenants and leadership, and turned what would have been a crisis into just another line item on the maintenance schedule. That's exactly where we're heading. And here's the thing that I want everyone to understand about AI. It's not about the technology being cool or cutting edge or replacing anyone. It's about freeing you and your team from constantly fighting fires so that you can actually lead. Tools like CRE Pro are just the beginning of this type of shift. Let's talk about hybrid work, because if you think this is just a temporary pandemic thing, you're setting yourself up for problems. Hybrid work is here to stay. It's completely reshaping how buildings are being used. By 2030, properties that win aren't going to be just offices. They're going to be entire ecosystems. Think office space mixed with retail, hospitality, medical services, recreation, and even residential. All of these blended into a seamless experience. Now, we are seeing this happening now, but what I think is of note and what everyone should be aware of is the scale by 2030 of this is going to be substantial. Your tenants aren't just asking, how much square footage can I get anymore? They're asking, how can this space adapt as my needs change? And that's a very fundamental different conversation. Now, let's talk about sustainability, because this isn't just about participating anymore, it's about the bottom line. Sustainability is shifting from something that you have to do for compliance to something that gives you a real competitive edge. Carbon neutral buildings are going to command premium rents. Energy efficiency is going to directly drive our net operating income. And tax credits and incentives, those are only getting better for owners that are getting ahead of the curve. This isn't just about the environment. This is now very smart business strategy. Here's something that's going to sound a little crazy, but I want everyone to really think about it. By 2030, leasing isn't going to be just about space. It's going to be about experience, even more so than we are seeing today. Tenants are going to expect concierge-style services. They're going to want wellness centers built in. They're going to want technology that lets them customize their environment in real time. Think about some of the requests you've been getting lately that maybe seemed a little over the top. Ergonomics upgrades, relaxation rooms, fitness equipment, outdoor spaces. These aren't just anomalies or one-off scenarios anymore. These are signals of what the tenant expectations are going to look like for the years to come. And the bottom line is, retention is going to hinge less and less on rent concessions and more on making tenants stay in the building throughout the day, throughout the week? What do they benefit from by showing up to that environment each day? What do they get out of that? What things can they knock off their to-do list? What experiences can they have that they can't have at home? What are the time saves that they don't have to deal with running errands, from dry cleaning to getting their workout in? Finally, let's talk about digital transformation, because this is the wave that's going to separate the leaders from the followers in commercial real estate. We're talking about digital twins of the property that let property teams model and test changes before they make them. Data first asset management, where every decision is backed by real information, not just a gut feeling. If you want to think about how much time you've spent in the last month chasing down paperwork, looking through files, binders, trying to find drawings that may or not be accurate, think of all the time that's spent doing those things. Now imagine all of that centralized, verified, and accessible in real time from anywhere. And can you imagine an AI feature laid over that for quick searching? I mean, that just has me excited thinking about it. And it's not just science fiction. That is 2030. And here's the thing. By then, tech fluency won't be a nice to have. It is going to be the table stakes just to stay competitive. Look, 2030 might feel like it's a long way off, but the properties that are going to win are being built and managed today have that in mind. Leadership is about anticipation. It's about seeing where the game is heading and making moves today that will put you ahead tomorrow. So I want to leave everyone with this question. Are you waiting for change to happen to you, or are you preparing to lead it? That's a wrap on today's episode of Unlock Your Potential. If this gave you some clarity or some interesting thoughts where the industry is heading, please do me a favor and subscribe and share it to someone in commercial real estate that may enjoy it too. Head over to faupelx.com for links for CRE Pro. Sign up for the Unlock Your Potential newsletter on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for your time today. Until next time, keep pushing forward.